Happy sunny Friday. Headed over to get my head buzzed again, and then I'm gonna try to get over to Food and Wine Fest as long as it's not pouring as much as it is now, because quite frankly I don't feel like getting completely soaked again. I love that this girl's driving a super expensive Lexus with this Loud For You license plate. Yeah, how about it? About an hour later, we've gone about 20 miles. I'm thinking it's because of accidents, but it's just congested. Except for that guy over there. Those guys are having a bad day. And everybody else here in I-4, we're all just having a bad day. I think because people don't know how to drive in the rain. Well, the bad news was we finally passed a car that actually was in the middle of the grass in the median. It looked like they completely spun out, like a Camaro older model. And now we've got more lights up ahead. But we're finally getting close to Epcot. Holy moly. Hooray, food and wine! Bring on the expensive samples. That's no moon. So we came to Epcot, we gotta say hello to our friends. Hey, Mickey. I like when you do Fast Pass Plus for character meets, you just walk right in and out. Hey, Goofy. So by using Fast Pass Plus, I was in and out of there in less than 5 minutes. That's pretty cool. It's the Fountain of Nations. Yes, get further away for that picture. It's the World Showcase. Look at all those people. We're totally doing this wrong, by the way, because what we should have done is allotted more time to eat. And I want to get over to the American Plaza to see a little bit of the Christopher Cross concert. But the lines are crazy for food and drinks. By the way, as far as the prices go, year over year, they have in the Canada Pavilion cheddar cheese soup that comes in a small little Dixie cup. I mean, like the little ice cream sized Dixie cups for $4.25. Yeah. We had a cheese plate and a little baby Guinness. That came out to $7.50. Seems reasonable. By the way, this is the cheese plate. It's got some fruit in there and cheese and bread. And that is the Guinness. Give you a perspective, that's a snack plate. That's like a little tiny baby Guinness. It's a Guinness for ants. Heck yeah, we walked into the American Pavilion just in time that Christopher Cross is playing the only song I wanted to hear him play today. And the crowd goes wild. Yeah, we're at Hearts and Barley. We're gonna get the beer flight. 4 beers. Let's try it out. So these are the beers that are in the beer flight, by the way. So it's difficult to figure out which one is which. I tasted that. Pretty decent. And we're back in here again for a second set. I'm gonna be a little bit closer. Hopefully I can get some better pictures. So we're literally sitting, you can see like 2 rows, 3 rows, and 4th row. I can feel Christopher Cross's sweat. By the way, there's a really, really small crowd here for Christopher Cross. Take a look at this. For those that don't know, generally speaking, at food and wine shows, it's usually packed all the way out to the sidewalk. So, that's interesting. Sorry. Holy cow, I'm getting killed with mosquito bites here, by the way. Whoa.
Christopher Cross!
man. I didn't realize he was such a proficient guitar player too. But I really like that show. Alright, now we gotta walk around the world because we got a fast pass for Maelstrom, which is closing in a couple of days. We got the fast pass tonight to try to ride it for the last time. And by the way, I just met another viewer, Mrs. Big Bad Monster, and I forgot to video again. But it was really awesome to meet you. Thank you for taking the time to say hello. I hope you're having a great night. Thanks. We're gonna check out Farm Fresh because this was the one thing I wanted to see when we were here, because I want to get this, that bacon hash. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna get that too because I love that IPA. So a funny thing happened on the way to Maelstrom. I have to get this. This is like potato hash mixed with bacon, with hollandaise sauce and jalapeno peppers on it. And that's I4 IPA. It's really good. From Florida Brewing, I think. I'm not sure if you can get it out of state, but I've had it a bunch of times at the Ale House or at the Tilted Kilt rather. It's really good. Awesome stuff. This is seriously amazing. I'm telling you, if you're going to Food and Wine, this is the first thing you should have. And lots of it. Do you want to ride some Maelstrom? Yeah, look at those Vikings. That's pretty impressive. Look at that guy. That's a pretty epic beard. I like that they have Starsky and Hutch over there too, jet skiing. Oh my god, it's Maelstrom! I hope they never close this ride! Oh, I think it's Moses. Hey, by the way, I'm in the front row. Oh no, that's crazy! That guy's crazy.
Disappear! Disappear! Back! Over the farms!
Oh my! Yay, I'm gonna get wet! Woohoo! Yeah, that's just what I wanted. I think we arrived in Amity now. Better look out for that shark. I can't believe they're closing this down. It's so exciting. So here's the thing. They're going to close Maelstrom in about another week, and the internet community is in an uproar. These are the same folks that are in an uproar whether John Cena wins a match, somebody makes a sequel to a movie, Bill Murray goes out on a date somewhere and poses for a picture with somebody. I don't get it. They're mad because Frozen has taken over this place, and I have to tell you, Frozen is a huge upgrade to draw more people into the Epcot than Maelstrom. This ride is the pits, and I know you guys are probably going to disagree and I'll probably lose some viewers, but holy cow, this ride is really awful. I like all the cold weather gear for that 1 week in January that it's going to get cold here. Do you want to buy a snowman? To be honest, nobody was going to this Norway pavilion before Frozen came out. When Frozen came out, everybody was going here to do the meet and greet with Anna and Elsa. And now that they're going to take away Maelstrom, people are complaining and they want to get in to see Maelstrom. But when Frozen reopens here, the line will be like 5 hours long. These are pretty cool. I've never seen them before. I've seen the R2, but I've never seen C-3PO. When I was a little kid, I had one of these Peter Pan hats. Fun fact. Yeah, let's go on Spaceship Earth. Because it's less than a 5-minute wait, and they got a seat that I can sit down on. I'd like to know who the artist is that did this, because it looks just like the old Atari 2600 booklets. I hope there's no evil cat flute people downstairs inside this Spaceship Earth bowl. Today I'm from Wichita. Make sure your face is... That guy is really short and has pink leggings. You go. John Kerry. Hey, creepy guy. All kidding aside, this is really awesome. That's my favorite part of this ride. Check it out. What record's on the floor this time? It was the Wizard of Oz. I don't know if I got it on tape. Wait a second, I forgot. This is my favorite part.
Passion for shaping the future. Put the power of the computer in everyone's hands. Together we form a super network.
Steve Jobs, everybody. Apple One. It's taking a long time to build my future.
And now I believe your future is just about ready. Let's take a look, shall we?
Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future?
I'm missing the top part of my head.
Your future, getting away on vacation is a breeze. Your smart suitcase knows where you're going and what you'll need. And with solar power from your home fueling station, you're off. Don't worry about the house. A PDA with remote control can take care of anything you forgot. You'll leave your city home in an ultra-light, ultra-powerful, totally networked family car that can take you anywhere. You've already planned the trip with virtual travel agent, hotels, check. Restaurants, check. Guided tours, check. Getting there is half the fun, so your family car will be equipped with virtual tools to teach you about the world outside your window. You'll travel quickly and safely to places you can't imagine visiting today. And the moment you arrive at your ultimate vacation destination, you're out of this world and into the future. It's going to be a big, beautiful tomorrow. The end. Or should I say the beginning of your future.
There's my ridiculous face. By the way, I live in the ocean. Alright, it's about 5 to 10 and I am back at the car. I am not staying for the fireworks because I've seen them a million times and I don't feel like getting out of the parking lot at 12 o'clock at night. But I gave you a couple of my pros and cons for Food and Wine Fest. I'm going to start with the cons. First con is that Food and Wine is a lot of fun, but there's always a giant crowd. And there's always giant lines for all of the food as a result, because everyone, obviously wants to do the same thing. They want to sample all the food. That's pretty much one of the biggest cons. The other biggest con is, in case you don't realize like how much the food and wine and drinks cost when you come here, I don't think there's a way to express it unless you check it out on the web and look for prices. Because even if you're thinking about regular Disney prices for food, these are nowhere even near the regular Disney prices for food. I mean, they're kind of at, prices out of the stratosphere. I tried to eat cheaper today. I think for the beer, we had the beer flight, we had that single beer, we had that Guinness, and the potatoes and the cheese probably ran for those things alone somewhere in the $30 range. So you can certainly get a much better meal if it wasn't for the whole intent or gimmick of Food and Wine is to try all the different things. And of course, here's the positives. It's a lot of fun. There's tons of different things to try out that they don't normally have in the parks, and it is fun to sample everything despite the cost. The other really fun thing is I love going to all of the free concerts, and usually it doesn't matter who's performing, I'll sit through at least one set, and each of the performers generally play 3 sets a night. And most of the performers end up playing the same songs over and over again in different sets, but if you go to see certain people like Dennis DeYoung from Styx, he plays like an entire concert throughout the entire 3 sets, so you don't hear the same songs multiple times. And Night Ranger did the same thing last year, where they played different songs in each set, and then like acoustic songs in one of the sets as well. So the free concerts, I can't beat it. It's free for me. I'm a pass holder, and it's a lot of fun for anybody who's coming to this event. I think the other really fun thing for me is that the crowd at Epcot is kind of fun to see, because Epcot, I think, to me, is generally one of the more neglected parks where people think it's kind of educational or there's not a lot of rides, and the World Showcase doesn't have a lot for kids. But it's fun to see a lot of people out there enjoying everything, especially there's a lot of adults, obviously, because you have your beers around the world or wines around the world, and food around the world. So it's a lot of fun. So break it down, because I've just wasted like 2 minutes of your time. It's a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of money. Alright, so our first major accident of the night. This is over by iDrive on the way home. You got a car that's in the ditch, and another car that's in the ditch back there. Excellent. And now you got your second major accident of the night, less than a mile away from the other one. And this one, you get the sticks down, and there's a truck with the blowout into the wall. Awesome. I know I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again. When people have accidents down here, especially around like the I-4 area, it's never a fender bender, or rarely a fender bender. Always seems to be some massive NASCAR style wipeout. You gotta be really careful if you're visiting the parks down here. We made it home, and then I was watching something, and then I was sleeping. And I'm going back to the sleeping part. So thank you for all the likes, the comments, the subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. And have a great night. See you guys tomorrow. Halloween Horror Nights again tomorrow night.